The world's population has doubled in just 4 decades. 7.6 billion of us now live on the planet. And it's likely there will be 1 billion more by 2030. But population growth varies from continent to continent. The fastest population rises are in Africa and Asia, which will have 8 of the 10 most populous countries by 2050. India is set to overtake China as the country with the largest population. Nigeria has one of the fastest growing populations in the world. It's set to become the world's 3rd most populous country. In many African countries, women have on average 5 children each. In Niger, it's 7. That's well above the global average of 2.4 children per woman. Populations are also rising because they're aging. Fewer people are dying than are being born. In the last century, life expectancy has almost doubled in some countries. In India, it's almost tripled. However, in some parts of the world, populations are decreasing. Japan's population of 127 million is forecast to shrink by about 1/3 in the next 50 years. But the top 10 countries with the fastest shrinking populations are all in Eastern Europe. These countries suffer from the combined effect of low birth rate, a relatively high mortality rate, and massive out-migration. As populations shift, the world as we know it will change. Today's dominant developed economies will be increasingly focused on supporting the elderly, whereas less developed countries will be transformed by population booms. In 2100, it's projected that 1/3 of all people will live in Africa. A bigger population is a burden, with more people to house, educate and feed. But it's also an opportunity. A large working-age population can boost the economy, as long as there are enough jobs and a strong infrastructure.